Yes, sir, and we back with another one of the biggest freestyle show on the planet with Spin Life. Y'all already know every week we got that heat. Unlearn the world is here.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to talk about it. We're going to get straight into it.
We're going to be about it all day. Let's go. Off the grid, y'all already know the vibes. Unlearn the world. Wash Heights, New York, stand up. Oakland, Bay Area, stand up. I see you. Real hip-hop shit. Not rapping over my vocals either. You know what I mean? Yo, how many times I gotta prove that I'm him? God, body, mind, I'm divine, but I sin. I grind and I win. If it slips, I dive in. Then I slide and I spin. In the Benz, I ride in. Big body climbing. Only let the dimes in. Turn your beef to prime rib. Sliced in. Eat her out, we dine in. The lights dim, my life lit. If you been where I've been, you turn up. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm 10. Let it shake. I'm cooking, let it bake. Money on my mind when I meditate. I could tell by they design that they hella fake. Sounded like a G, but you not like the letter J. I got friends, fake friends, and enemies, but only real niggas sauce in my recipe. Vanilla Sky, I'm a cruise with Vanellope. My ex said she hope I die, but she been dead to me. I said what I said, cooking how I'm cooking, baking my bread, looking how I'm looking. The streets get fed. Don't sleep on me, it'll be your deathbed. Hold up. I said what I said, cooking how I'm cooking, baking my bread, and everybody eats, the streets get fed. Don't sleep on me, it'll be a listen. Okay, let me reload, this is my beast mode. This ain't no video game, but I'm the cheat code. Smoking my pre-roll sheet, give me a peep show. You give them money to lie and stroke your ego. They say they do it, but they never do it right. Weaving in and out of lanes like a scooter bike. We argued and we fucked because we partied through the mic. Had a West Coast baddie blowing hookah in the heights. Got a problem with me speaking from your diaphragm. Smelling what I'm cooking from the sizzle in the frying pan. Turn a jam into Burning Man with the mic in hand. Fat boy fly, fuck it, cheating on my diet plan. Suffocation, blue faces inside the pants. My money moving like a Bay Area hyphy dance. Paper in they face and put them in a kind of trance. You can't sell out shows when you buy your fans. I said what I said, cooking how I'm cooking, baking my bread, looking how I'm looking. The streets get fed. Don't sleep on me, it'll be your deathbed. Hold up. I said what I said, cooking how I'm cooking, baking my bread, and everybody eats, the streets get fed. Don't sleep on me, it'll be your deathbed.
From the cradle to grave, all these games to be played. Look how far we done came.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
From the cradle to grave, all this money I made.
All this money I made.
I don't know how to behave.
I'm out here wildin'.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You already know the vibes. Got that sins in your phone right now. The whole vibe, the whole vibe.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir, my boy. That was definitely fire.
Appreciate that.
You already know. Let's get straight into it. How you get your name?
Unlearn the world. It's crazy. You know, I've been rapping since the golden era. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, and
Say that,
the song the song that made me want to rap was "The World Is Yours" by Nas.
Okay.
Right, but I was like freestyling as a kid, like 10 years old. I was freestyling, but then like '94, the album come out. We on the 30th anniversary. It's crazy.
Definitely.
And that was the song that like set me off. So I took the world from that, and then my favorite movie is Higher Learning.
Okay.
And at the end of that movie, they have in big bright red letters it says "Unlearn." So I took it together. I put it together.
I like that.
You know
I like
what I'm saying?
that.
So it's like a mission statement. It's like we can't change anything until we start changing ourselves and figuring out like how to like recondition ourselves for what we want as opposed to what like society is telling us,
Yes.
school or your parents. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
it gets deep.
that's dope. That's dope. And where you from?
Washington Heights. New
Washington
York.
Heights.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Uptown.
Uptown is here.
Yes, indeed.
When in music, because you've been doing it for a while,
Yes.
when was the time where you took it serious, where you said, you know what, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to take this serious, and I'm going to put one foot forward and keep it going?
Yeah, I mean, I started like maybe 15. Like that was when I was like, yo, I'm trying to get on. You know what I'm saying? Like before mixtape era, before any of this, I'm interning at like Bad Boy, Loud Records, like all of that. But then when I graduated high school, I worked at a record label. And then I left college to run with my homies from the Midwest, and we just started our own independent thing, and we was on tour, and we was going, you know what I'm saying, trying to get it in. Then you run out of money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Music
yeah.
industry chew you up, spit you out. And then for a long time, I was just doing like a 9-to-5 gig. Like, you know, the music industry scared me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, it was just
yeah.
like, you fail and then you got to tuck your tail in. You got to figure out life. You got to
Yes,
grow up.
yes.
Everybody, like, you still doing the rap shit. Like, it gets sour for a minute. But then I was like, I got to really do this. If I want to really put my foot in this, like, I got to do it and go all the way in. So I was in the Bay Area and, like, you know, things in my life, I was like midlife crisis type thing. And then I was like, you know, I'm just going to be out here rapping, freestyling, doing shows, doing all. So on the local scene, underground hype, I was coming up. And then I started investing in myself, and then it started gradually growing. You know what I'm saying? And when you start paying the rent through rap money, that's when you gotta feel yourself like, okay, this is what I'm meant to be doing.
Nah, definitely, and that's what I was gonna say too. You know, it has that time, and every aspect is like that. But definitely music, you know, and because it's so much, it's so many artists
For sure.
that, you know, it's saturated in a way that you have to one, keep it going, and two, just apply yourself a little harder because you have so many people doing the same thing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's consistency. You got to
Exactly.
Consistency is key. You just got to keep going regardless of what the situation is. Find a way to keep weaving through it. Like,
That's
the
a
only
fact.
thing that separates anybody from being on, or what we consider on versus not, is they kept going.
Nah,
you know
that's
what I'm
a
saying?
fact. That's a
That's
fact.
really what it is. So for me, it's like I feel better doing this than more than anything else on earth. So I'm gonna keep wanting to feel better.
Definitely,
The more,
definitely.
the more little W's that I get, the more, like, it clears space in my brain for me to, like, dream bigger. You feel me?
Yes,
So
yes.
that's how we doing it.
Definitely. What you working on right now?
Oh man, so I got an album called The God That Sins. I put it out in January. It was, you know what I'm saying,
Okay,
well
out
received
now.
right now. Overseas, they loved it. Out here, they loved it. It was in a lot of album of the year conversations. So I
Okay.
decided, like, me and the team were like, we gonna spin the block on it. We're gonna add 8 more songs, some crazy features.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It already got Ghostface on it. It already got
Say that.
Benny the Butcher. It got Royce the 5'9", a posthumous verse from Sean Price.
Okay,
Y'all know
working.
who Sean Price is. So we was like, I mean, we was getting it in. So just the features alone from the first version of the album, but now we
Okay.
adding 7 more songs. I just did a record with Papoose. I got a record with Ab-Soul. I got a record with Dizzy Wright. You know what I'm saying? So we just, like,
Yeah,
keeping
nah,
it
definitely,
popping. Like, so you
definitely.
can see, like, my skill set among a lot of the people who are in a lot of rap conversations, aside from the big conversations that is happening now. But, you know what I mean? So we just doing that. That's gonna release, like, sometime in the summer.
Okay.
Trying to figure out some other things. I make beats too, so I've been working with other artists, developing them. I run a nonprofit called Hip Hop for Change. So we take kids.
Yeah, we
kindergarten
was
to
talking
12th
about
grade.
that.
Yeah.
I want you to elaborate just a little bit on that.
Yeah.
And what exactly is it? What's the
Yeah, so
nonprofit
we've been
about?
around for like 10 years, right? And I came on as education director because I was teaching hip hop already. I've been
Got
teaching
you,
hip hop
got
in
you.
schools for 10 years. I developed my own curriculum to teach kids the history of hip hop.
Got you.
It's crazy because there's so many kids who listen to rap music, listen to it every day, identify with the fashion, the style, the culture, but they don't know how it started. They
Right,
don't know
right.
it came from the Bronx. They don't know nothing about Cool Herc. Even on the 50th anniversary, I'm still having to explain to youngins, like, this is what it's about, more so than the music industry, which is a part of it. But ultimately, it's a culture. It's a culture that helps kids think and speak their way into new realities. So we just want to keep that going and give kids guidance, artist development, give them, you know, a healthy place to express themselves, a safe place to express themselves, create community from that, you know what I'm saying? Add
Nice,
social
nice,
justice, all
nice.
these different things. And then local artists who, like, you know, they still grinding, we giving them resources. We getting you paid to be a mentor. We getting you paid to do shows. We doing all types of social justice events.
Nice,
You know what I'm saying?
nice.
Keeping it within the culture as opposed to the music industry. Like, that's part of it again, but at the same time, we have a responsibility to ourselves. So, like,
Of
let's
course,
kind
of
of
course.
create these mechanisms for the youngins to really have access to their own self-expression and their own culture.
Nah, I love it. I love it.
Appreciate that.
I love it, especially when it comes to, you know, education, especially to the youth, especially where we come from. I love that because, you know, music is everything in our culture.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And when you have avenues that'll teach the kids the positive things about it, that's just a plus. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because a lot of the times, you know, our youth, we don't have much to do in our community. You know what I mean? So
100%.
if you take the things that we like and we love and make it educational and then plant it in the hood, that's just beautiful because, you know, it's giving the children hope where when they come from school, they can say, oh, let me go to, you know, such and such program, something that they like to do, not
Exactly.
going there just because they got to go there. They going there because they want to go there.
Exactly. It's
And
something that they love, right? You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
and they love it.
And this is the culture. This is worldwide. Like, hip hop is such a worldwide phenomenon. it's taken over the globe. So
Yeah.
young people drive the culture, and if they understand, my argument is this: if you understand how this culture started, it changes the way that you create. You know what I'm saying? You're less likely to start trying to rap like so-and-so or talk about things that you may not even really be living, because you understand where this culture comes from and the importance of it, about building community, about being original. You know what I'm saying? Like the old heads, they always have their complaints, but it's like, well, unless you're creating a dynamic where young kids can learn from you,
that's a fact.
as opposed to you preaching or talking at them in a completely digital age where older people don't really know what they're experiencing every day, because younger kids got it. So we can bridge that gap between the younger generation and the new generation, you know, or the older generation. It just helps everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all going on at once. You got, you know, people who still love Jadakiss and kids just getting on to what Jadakiss is doing just from the verses. You know what I mean? As opposed to like whoever they love now, who's on, you know, doing mixtapes or on SoundCloud or whatever. Like, so being able to explain to kids that you have all these different generations, they can all teach you, you can learn from them, you can teach them things. Now we actually have a culture, and then we can take it away from the mainstream music industry that a lot of the time exploits us, gives us bullshit deals. You know what I'm saying? These 360s is killing them. Kids is signing their IP away, their rights away, because they just want the look. They want a bag.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Want that little check, not knowing, you know,
not
what's
knowing
behind
what they're
everything.
getting into. But if you have somebody who's been guiding you since you was a kid, like, I mean, you know, look at people like Nipsey, look at other artists in the culture who they started going to after school programs and learning how to record and make beats and all. You know,
when
what I'm
they got to that stage, they was already hip.
Exactly, and they become legendary. So that's what you need. You know?
Nah, I love that. I love that. And then where exactly this is based at?
This is in Oakland, California. So we're based in the Bay Area. We've been around 10 years, but we've traveled all around the country. We travel all around the world. I'm going to Taiwan later this year. You know what I'm saying? To be like, I'm bringing kids with me, and we're bringing our team to go to Taiwan. I've been to El Salvador, Barbados. You know what I'm saying? I just came from lecturing at Harvard University. So hip hop is all over the place. Our program, even though it's in the Bay Area, has taught all around the country. You know what I'm saying? We doing a lot of things in New York right now, so we just trying to get things popping in New York, the birthplace of this all, you know?
And for anyone that's watching this, where can they find you at with that information if they want to get connected into the program?
Yeah, they can tap in with me, Unlearn at hiphopforchange.org. You can find us on Instagram, hiphop4change. Hit me up on Unlearn the World. That's my IG. That's all of my things. And then, let's tap in. If y'all want to learn how to be a mentor, if y'all want to learn hip-hop, if you're trying to do artist development, we here for you. We got you.
Nah, I love it. I love it. I love everything that you're doing. I love your music.
Much appreciated.
Keep doing what you're doing. Before we get out of here, what words of advice do you have for other artists that's coming up, artists that's been in the game, or artists just thinking about being an artist?
Yeah, what camera I'm on? This right here.
Yeah, right there, yep.
Heal yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, heal yourself. Like, learn what is driving you to be better. What are the things that are holding you back? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the most important thing, right? Your artist development is matched with your personal development. So learn how to heal yourself. Try to figure out who you are at your core and what you value, and that'll take you a long way.
Definitely. I love it. I love it. And where can they find you at? Where can they find your music at?
Yeah, find me on all the streaming platforms. The God That Sins is in your phone right now. It's on your computer. It's on all the streaming platforms right now.
Yes.
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Unlearn the World. You already know the vibes. Check out the merch. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to keep it moving.
Unlearn the World. Thank you for coming.
Salute. Appreciate you.
Like I said, killed that freestyle. Make sure you tap into him. Tap in the Off the Grid Freestyle Show. Make sure every week we going crazy. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to the whole studios of Kearney Point. Each and every week we got that heat. Make sure you hit that notification button. Make sure you click that link, subscribe, like, do everything. And we out.